few months ago, I released a video discussing the possibility of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate receiving an Assassin's Creed representative in one of the upcoming fighter packs. I notably referred to Ezio being the most likely candidate, with several alternative skins for other Assassin's Creed characters to come alongside him. When I made this video though, I had yet to fully complete Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the only game in the series I had not yet completed because, to be quite honest, I didn't enjoy the game in its first few hours. Despite that, however, I decided to give it a second chance on PC when the deluxe edition was on sale for a cheap price, and the fact that I had to isolate myself at home due to current events. So I booted up the game, and I still wasn't really digging it. But then I decided, let me start from scratch a third time, and specifically build my character to rely on stealth rather than brute force because I prefer the classic style of Assassin's Creed over these newer installments. It was then that I realized that this game really was incredible. It highlights a lot of the series' strengths with just a few hours into the game. Various customizable builds, character choices, series lore, this game offers quite a lot. Both Alexios and Kassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey are two great characters that can come to Smash as DLC, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to both of these characters just through Alexios. I discussed in my first video about this topic that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is popular worldwide as even Japanese fans were able to play this game on their Switches through a cloud streaming service that was only available for a few games. So it is safe to say that the characters have gotten enough exposure to be recognizable to various audiences worldwide. I also said that Ezio would probably be a likely choice for an Assassin's Creed rep, being the most popular and recognizable character within the series. However, given that Hero from Dragon Quest was mainly based on this latest installment with alternate costumes from other games in Smash, we could theorize that a costume for Alexios could be for Ezio or something like that. That leads me into my point for today's video, is speculating whether or not Alexios has the possibility of coming into Smash Ultimate in an upcoming fighter pack, and what that could possibly look like. Again, referring to my last video, I discussed how the Nintendo Switch had received several ports for Assassin's Creed games over the last few years. This could of course just be for Ubisoft to release their games on a new platform, however I would argue that this could be setting up for an Assassin's Creed character in Smash. We saw that very same thing happen to Hero and Terry when several games from their franchises were released months prior. It was a good way to expose Switch users to these franchises prior to their fighter reveals. There is a possibility that, in the coming months, more Assassin's Creed games could be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and possibly with that, a character reveal to entice Switch owners to try out some of the games themselves. I stated that in the last video, a popular collection of Assassin's Creed games is the games in the Ezio collection, which is Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. However, they have yet to come to the Nintendo Switch despite being some of the more popular entries within the franchise. Currently, we have the Assassin's Creed 3 collection, which has Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, as well as the Rebel collection, which has Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue. What's curious about this is why an existing collection has yet to be ported to the Switch unless it is to coincide with the release of a new character in Smash. This is a simple marketing tactic to get people excited for the game. Of course, if we were to instead get Alexios over Ezio, this collection could still be released to advertise the games, or maybe even a worldwide release of Assassin's Creed Odyssey could be released instead. Of course, this would be physical. Regardless, I would expect to see more Assassin's Creed games being ported to the Nintendo Switch in the near future, if a representative coming to Smash would still be a possibility. So one thing that I would definitely like to discuss briefly is what kind of character Alexios could be, and what abilities and skills they can incorporate into a Smash character. Like Byleth's character in Smash, Alexios has the ability to use several weapons, including swords, bows, axes, spears, and so on. But the assassin's signature weapon is the Hidden Blade, a weapon concealed in the user's bracer to eliminate their targets. It's a staple in the series that everybody has the ability to use, except in the timeline, it wasn't invented yet for Alexios. But that's a spoiler that I will not get into just yet. Despite that, I would assume the Hidden Blade could still be a part of his moveset, to coincide with other Assassin's Creed games. As far as all of Alexios' weapons to use, I would imagine he would use only 2 weapons, as in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, only 2 weapons can be equipped at a single time, both being able to toggle at will. This means that Alexios could use a sword spear, sword axe, axe spear, or whatever, because there are several different kinds of weapons within the game. Bows are a different equipable weapon though, as it takes its own slot in the inventory, so Alexios can still use his bow at will. I would assume Alexios could take the role of a slower character, similar to how Link plays, but not nearly as slow as Byleth, since the role of an assassin entails being agile enough to climb buildings through free roam and parkour. Which brings me to my next point. Climbing on surfaces in Smash Ultimate, and well, other Smash games too, several characters have the ability to wall jump, which is when the character inputs into the direction opposite of the wall they are attempting to jump on. Others, like one of my mains, Greninja, have the ability to stick onto walls as well. While not an official Smash title, Project M, or Project Plus, a mod for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which if you don't know I'll leave a link in the description for some more info, actually brings Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog as a playable fighter. Knuckles has the ability to not only glide, but also climb surfaces for a short time. This idea could be used for Alexios as well, since he still has the skill of being able to climb on surfaces. While I am not entirely sure Sakurai can use this as inspiration for Alexios, granted I do theorize that Project M gave him the idea for some ideas for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like Ness's PK Flash function ability, this does mean that Sakurai can make a unique quirk for a character like he attempts to do with most newcomers. Think about how Hero has a pop-up menu for moves, or how he made characters like Ryu, Ken, and Terry actually always face their opponent like they do in their respective fighting games. These ideas and mechanics from these characters' games help make them stand out and make them unique fighters. The same thing could be done for Alexios. While I did state this before, alternative costumes for Alexios could be anyone from the series. Of course, the main skin would be Alexios, with Kassandra being the opposite gender second skin, like we see in, well, a lot of Smash characters. Ezio would be necessary, including likely an alternative costume for the male counterpart, while a character like Eevee from Assassin's Creed Syndicate could be an alternative female skin. I won't go into all these alternative costumes though, as anything could happen with these, but at the very least keep these in mind as this could ever come to fruition. While I would discuss this topic further, I believe that Alexios could make an excellent and even likely addition for a Smash character, for a character fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you again for checking it out. Of course, if you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future updates from my channel. Take care, and as always, happy gaming!